5 habits that changed your life in 1 week. Gratitude for every moment. The first thing that shifted for me was the power of gratitude. I didn't just wake up, I woke up grateful. Every morning, I took a moment to appreciate the simple things: the roof over my head, the air in my lungs, and the possibilities of the day ahead. When you focus on gratitude, it's like flipping a switch in your mind. It tells the universe, I am ready for more so. I challenge you tomorrow morning. Before your feet even touch the ground, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Watch how your day shifts. Set intentions, not just goals. We all have goals, right? But what about intentions? Setting an intention isn't just about achieving something, it's about living purposefully. Every day, I started by asking, what do I want to feel today? Instead of just working through tasks, I align my actions with my deeper purpose. If you want to transform your life, don't just chase goals, live with intention. It's not about ticking off boxes, it's about making every moment count. Declutter your space, declutter your mind. Your environment affects your mindset. One of the biggest shifts for me was cleaning up the spaces I lived and worked in. I cleared out the unnecessary clutter, and you know what? My mind followed. The act of decluttering is about making room for what truly matters. If your space is chaotic, your mind will be too. Start small, clear a drawer, organize your desk, and soon you'll find the clarity that was buried under all that mess. Daily affirmations. Next, I incorporated daily affirmations. It wasn't just about saying positive things, it was about speaking life into my dreams. I am worthy. I am capable. I am enough. Those words became my mantra. If you don't believe in your own power, how can you expect the world to? Every time a negative thought tried to creep in, I replaced it with an affirmation that reflected the best version of myself. Say it, feel it, and then live it. Take immediate small steps. Action is everything. We often wait for the perfect moment, but guess what? There's no such thing. The moment is now. I stopped hesitating and started taking small steps, no matter how insignificant they seemed. Those tiny steps created momentum, and before I knew it, I was further along than I ever imagined. Stop waiting, stop doubting. Start with what you can do today, even if it's the smallest action. Eliminate distractions. Finally, I cut out the distractions. It's easy to get lost in the noise: social media, television, endless scrolling. But every time you give in to those distractions, you're taking time away from your purpose. I made a conscious decision to focus on what truly mattered. Whether it was an hour or just a few minutes, I dedicated time to my goals without letting distractions steal that precious time. These 5 habits, they changed my life in 1 week. Imagine what they could do for you. Don't wait for the right circumstances, create them. Don't wait for inspiration, be your own inspiration. Today, you have the power to take action. Start with gratitude, set your intentions, clear your space, affirm your worth, and take those small, bold steps. I promise the life you want is waiting for you. It's time to go get it. Gratitude for every moment is about shifting the way you experience life. From the second you open your eyes in the morning, gratitude isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a way of being, a mindset that invites abundance into your life. When you wake up with gratitude, you are telling the universe, I see the blessings already in front of me, and I am ready for more. Imagine starting your day, not with the stress of what's ahead, but with a deep appreciation for what's already here. It changes everything. The little things you might have taken for granted: the warmth of your bed, the sunlight peeking through the window, the simple act of breathing, these become moments of beauty. Gratitude isn't reserved for the grand gestures or the monumental successes. It's about finding joy in the everyday moments that often go unnoticed. When you begin to practice gratitude daily, your perspective shifts. You stop focusing on what you lack and start seeing what you have. That shift in mindset opens doors because when you appreciate what's already there, you attract more of it. Gratitude creates a flow in your life. It's a vibration that draws goodness toward you. You begin to realize that even the challenges you face have their purpose, their lessons, and something to be grateful for within them. Living with gratitude is also about being present. It grounds you in the here and now, pulling you away from the anxiety of the future or the regrets of the past. In every moment, no matter how small, there is something to acknowledge, something to be thankful for. Even in the toughest times, gratitude reminds you that you are still standing, still capable, still moving forward. Set intentions, not just goals, speaks to the deeper, more meaningful way we can live our lives. Goals are important, yes, but they're often focused on external achievements, things we want to accomplish, boxes we want to check off. But intentions, they are about how we want to be, how we want to feel, how we want to show up in the world every single day. When you set an intention, you're not just outlining something to achieve, you're aligning yourself with your deepest purpose. It's about anchoring yourself in the present moment and asking, what energy do I want to bring into my life today? Goals can sometimes lead us into a mindset of chasing, always striving for the next thing, always looking ahead. But when you set an intention, you're bringing yourself into the now, you're giving yourself the space to be rather than just to do. Intentions have the power to guide your actions in a way that is authentic to who you are. They remind you that it's not just about what you're achieving, but about who you're becoming along the way. An intention is your compass. It keeps you grounded. It reminds you of the bigger picture, and it helps you stay connected to your values. Whether your intention is to find peace, to be kinder to yourself, or to live with more courage, it shapes every decision you make throughout your day. And the beauty of intentions is that they can transform how you experience your goals. Instead of being a race to the finish line, your goals become milestones on a journey that is filled with meaning. Each step you take, you're mindful of how it makes you feel, how it aligns with your purpose. You're no longer just achieving for the sake of achieving, you're growing, evolving, and living with purpose. When you move through life with intention, you're tapping into something far deeper than success. You're creating a life that feels aligned with your spirit, a life where your actions reflect your heart's true desires. It's not about ticking off a list. It's about making sure that every action you take, every goal you set, is rooted in the person you truly want to be. Intentions bring clarity. They help you focus on what truly matters, and they guide you to a life that's not just filled with achievements, but with meaning. Declutter your space. Declutter your mind is about understanding the powerful connection between your physical environment and your mental clarity. When your space is filled with unnecessary items, distractions, and chaos, it reflects what's going on inside your mind. Your home, your workspace, even the corners of your life, you barely notice they all send subtle signals to your brain. They either inspire you, calm you, and focus you, or they overwhelm and distract you. Think about it when you walk into a room that's cluttered. How does it make you feel? Chances are, it weighs you down. It creates this mental fog, this sense that there's too much going on. And when your mind is cluttered, it's harder to focus on your purpose, harder to take action, harder to see clearly what steps you need to take next. The clutter around you has a way of reflecting the clutter within you. But here's the beauty of it as you clear your physical space. You're not just organizing your belongings, you're creating room for new energy, new possibilities, and new clarity to enter your life. The process of decluttering becomes a symbolic act of letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of the things that keep you stuck in the past and making room for what's ahead. It's about removing distractions so you can focus on what truly matters. And it doesn't have to be an overwhelming task. Start small. Clear off that one desk that's been piled high with papers for months. Open that closet you've been avoiding and let go of the things that no longer bring you joy or serve a purpose. Every item you release, every space you organize, opens up a little more room for mental freedom. Because decluttering isn't just about tidying up, it's about creating a sanctuary, a space where you can breathe, think, and be your best self. When your surroundings are clean and intentional, your mind follows suit. You can think more clearly, act more decisively, and live with more focus. You start to realize that the space you inhabit has a profound impact on the energy you carry with you throughout your day. It's not just your home, it's your digital space too. Your phone, your email inbox, the apps you never use but still hold on to, they all take up mental space. Imagine what could happen if you removed all the unnecessary distractions from your life. What could you focus on? What would you have room to create? Decluttering is about more than just organization. It's about creating an environment that supports your growth, that nurtures your dreams, and that allows you to move through life with ease. When you free up your space, you free up your space, you free up your mind. And when your mind is free, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. Daily affirmations are about the power of words to shape your reality. Every single day, the words you speak to yourself become the foundation of the life you create. You see, what you affirm to yourself isn't just about repeating nice phrases. It's about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with the person you are destined to become. When you wake up in the morning, what are the first thoughts that cross your mind? Are they thoughts of doubt, worry, or insecurity? Or are they thoughts of strength, possibility, and self-love? Daily affirmations give you the chance to take control of that conversation, to intentionally choose the narrative that will define your day. It's about telling yourself, I am worthy, I am powerful, I am capable. Not because you're trying to convince yourself, but because you are affirming the truth of who you already are. Affirmations are an act of self-care, a declaration of your value. They remind you that you don't need external validation to believe in your own power. When you say, I am enough, you're sending a message to your mind, your heart, and the universe that you are exactly where you need to be, exactly as you are. And the more you speak these truths, the more they begin to resonate. They seep into your subconscious, shaping your beliefs, your choices, and eventually your reality. Think of affirmations as seeds you plant in the garden of your mind. Each time you say them, you're watering those seeds, nurturing them, and allowing them to grow into something beautiful. Over time, the negative thoughts that once took root in your mind are replaced by positive, empowering beliefs. You start to see yourself differently. You start to show up in the world with more confidence, more purpose, and more clarity about what you deserve. And it's not just about the big affirmations. Even the smallest words of encouragement can have a profound effect on how you carry yourself throughout the day. Saying I am strong before walking into a difficult meeting can shift your energy. Telling yourself I am deserving of love can change the way you engage with others. These words are powerful, but only if you believe them. So the key to daily affirmations is repetition. Every day you are reinforcing the truth you want to live by. Affirmations are also about being intentional with what you allow into your mind. Because just as you can affirm positivity, you can also allow negativity to take hold if you're not careful. The world will always try to tell you who you are, what you can and cannot do, and what your limits are. But with affirmations, you take back that power. You become the author of your own story, the one who decides what's possible for you. Start your day with affirmations. End your day with affirmations. Speak them in the mirror, write them down. Carry them with you in your heart throughout the day. And when challenges arise, when doubts creep in, turn back to those affirmations as your anchor. They are a reminder of your strength, your resilience, and your potential. They remind you that no matter what the world throws at you, you are in control of your narrative. And here's the beautiful thing: the more you affirm your worth, the more you attract opportunities, people, and experiences that align with that worth. It's as if the universe starts to respond to the energy you're putting out. When you say, I am deserving of success, opportunities start to flow toward you. When you affirm, I am enough, the need for external validation fades away and you step into a sense of peace and fulfillment. Daily affirmations are about stepping into your power every single day, no matter what life brings your way. They are a reminder that your words have the power to create your world. So choose them wisely. Speak life over yourself. Speak power over yourself. Speak love into your heart. Because the most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Take immediate small steps is about understanding the power of momentum. So often we get caught up waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions to take action. We tell ourselves we need more time, more resources, more clarity before we can move forward. But the truth is, transformation begins the moment you take that first small step. It's not the grand leaps that change your life. It's the little steps you take day after day that build into something extraordinary. When we think about our dreams, they can feel overwhelming. The distance between where we are and where we want to be seems insurmountable. But here's the key: you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Take the smallest action you can think of and watch how that one step leads to another and another. And before you know it, you've created momentum. There's a certain magic that happens when you stop waiting and start doing. Even if the step seems insignificant, even if it feels too small to matter, that action is a statement to yourself and the world. I am moving forward, because it's in that movement where the shift begins. You don't need to see the entire staircase, you just need to take that first step. Small steps might seem easy to overlook, but they are the building blocks of success. They're the moments where you prove to yourself that you're capable of change. It might be as simple as making that one phone call you've been putting off, writing down an idea, or spending 5 minutes a day on a project. Each small action is a vote in favor of your growth, and the more you act, the more confidence you build. Every time you take a step, no matter how small, you're telling yourself, I can do this. And here's the thing: action creates clarity. You might not know exactly how it's all going to work out, but once you start moving, the path begins to reveal itself. One step leads to the next, and each one brings you closer to where you're meant to be. We often think we need a full plan before we begin, but the reality is plans evolve as we move. Taking small steps allows you to adjust, to learn, to grow as you go. You don't have to have all the answers right now, you just need to be willing to take action. It's also about realizing that perfection is the enemy of progress. So many of us hold back because we want everything to be perfect before we begin. We're afraid of failing, afraid of not measuring up, but the truth is, perfection is an illusion. Waiting for the perfect moment will keep you stuck. There is power in imperfection, in starting where you are with what you have. Each small step, even if it's messy, even if it's not flawless, brings you closer to your goal. Small steps also help you stay consistent. You don't need to accomplish everything in a day, you just need to do something every day. Consistency over time is what creates lasting change. It's not about how fast you move, but about continuing to move forward, no matter how small the steps. One day you'll look back and realize how far you've come, and it will be those tiny, everyday actions that got you there. And remember, small steps are also about building trust with yourself. Every time you take action, you're proving to yourself that you are capable of following through, that you are someone who takes charge of their life. You're building a foundation of self-trust that will carry you through the bigger challenges when they come. Because when you've taken enough small steps, you realize that there's nothing you can't handle. You've built the resilience, the discipline, and the strength needed to achieve your bigger dreams. So don't wait, don't hesitate, take that small step today. It could be as simple as starting the project you've been thinking about, reaching out to that person who inspires you, or dedicating just a few minutes to something that matters. The key is to move no matter how small the step seems, because with each small step, you're inching closer to the life you've always wanted. And here's the beauty: once you take that first step, the fear begins to fade. What once seemed impossible starts to feel achievable. That small step creates a ripple effect, opening doors, creating opportunities, and shifting your mindset from doubt to belief. Eliminate distractions is about recognizing that the world around us is filled with noise, clutter, and interruptions that can pull us away from our true purpose. Every day, we are bombarded with notifications, social media updates, and endless to-do lists that demand our attention. But in the midst of all that chaos, it's crucial to create space for focus and clarity. When we learn to eliminate distractions, we unlock our potential to truly engage with what matters most. Let's take a moment to reflect on how many times a day our attention is pulled in different directions. You might be sitting down to work on a project, and before you know it, you've been distracted by a ping on your phone or a notification that takes you down a rabbit hole of scrolling. Each distraction takes away precious time and energy that could have been spent on your dreams, your goals, or even on simply being present. The truth is, every distraction is a missed opportunity to connect with our purpose. To eliminate distractions, we must first acknowledge their presence. It's about being mindful of what pulls us away from our focus. Is it your phone, social media, an overwhelming environment? The first step in creating a more focused life is awareness. You have to identify the distractions that hold you back. Once you recognize them, you can take proactive steps to limit their influence over you. Creating a dedicated space for your work or your passions can have a profound impact. When you establish an environment that's free from distractions, you signal to yourself that this is a space for creativity, productivity, and growth. Maybe it's a cozy corner of your home or a quiet cafe where you can dive deep into your work. Design your environment to support your intentions, and you'll find it much easier to remain focused. And let's talk about boundaries. Setting boundaries with technology is essential. Consider designating specific times during the day when you check your phone or social media. By creating tech-free times, you give yourself permission to fully engage with whatever you're working on. This isn't about cutting yourself off from the world, it's about prioritizing your mental space and energy. Your attention is a precious resource, treated as such. Another powerful way to eliminate distractions is to practice mindfulness. When you train your mind to be present, you cultivate the ability to focus deeply on the task at hand. Mindfulness encourages you to breathe, to center yourself, and to acknowledge when your thoughts begin to wander. It's a gentle reminder that you have the power to bring your attention back to where it matters most. By integrating mindfulness into your daily routine, you'll find that distractions hold less sway over you. Let's not forget about the importance of decluttering, not just your physical space, but your mental space as well. Just as a messy room can lead to a messy mind, a cluttered mental landscape can make it difficult to concentrate. Take time to clear your mind of unnecessary thoughts, worries, and negative self-talk. Journaling can be a great way to release what's weighing you down. Write down your thoughts, your fears, and your distractions, and watch how the act of putting pen to paper creates clarity. Distractions can also come from the people around us. It's essential to surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you. Create a circle of influence that supports your dreams and encourages your growth. Sometimes this may mean stepping back from relationships or environments that drain your energy. When you eliminate negative influences, you create room for positivity and focus to flourish. Remember, it's not about living a distraction-free life, it's about choosing what deserves your attention. Life is full of moments that can derail us, but when we consciously decide where to place our focus, we reclaim our power. You are the author of your story, and you have the ability to determine what plays a role in your narrative. Taking small, consistent actions can help you develop the habit of eliminating distractions. Start by setting aside dedicated time for your most important tasks. Create rituals around your work, whether it's lighting a candle, putting on your favorite music, or practicing a few moments of meditation before diving in. These small actions create a sense of purpose and intention, helping you stay grounded in your goals. Eliminating distractions is a journey, not a destination. It requires continuous effort, self-awareness, and the willingness to adapt. But with each step you take toward minimizing distractions, you'll find that your focus sharpens, your creativity flourishes, and your path to achieving your dreams becomes clearer. You have the power to control your attention and create a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. As you move forward, remember this: every time you choose to eliminate a distraction, you are making a conscious decision to honor your dreams and your time. You are embracing a life of intention, clarity, and purpose, and that is a beautiful gift you can give to yourself. In conclusion, eliminating distractions is not merely about silencing the noise of the outside world, it's about creating an inner landscape that fosters focus, creativity, and purpose. As you take conscious steps to identify and reduce the distractions in your life, you empower yourself to engage more deeply with your goals and aspirations. You begin to craft a narrative that aligns with your values and dreams. By designing spaces that inspire you, setting healthy boundaries with technology, practicing mindfulness, and surrounding yourself with positive influences, you create an environment where your potential can flourish. Every small action you take towards minimizing distractions brings you closer to the life you envision. Remember, this journey is about progress, not perfection. Each time you choose to redirect your attention back to what truly matters, you are affirming your commitment to yourself and your dreams. The world will always present distractions, but you have the power to reclaim your focus and prioritize your journey. So I encourage you to embrace this journey of clarity and purpose. Start today by taking that first small step toward eliminating distractions. Let your life be a reflection of your true intentions and watch as you uncover the boundless possibilities that await you. You have the strength, the vision, and the power to create a life that is not only fulfilling but also aligned with who you truly are. So step forward with confidence and determination and let nothing hold you back. The time is now.